These are the most difficult farm to do because you have to drain it. And to drain it, you basically have to use sponges or place sand everywhere. So I did like a combination of both. But we drained the entire section where the temple was and took it all down. And then built basically this cube that produces guardians. And then we put them into a kill chamber and drops all the items into obviously an auto item sorter. And then the theme behind this was basically like evil attacking good as far as the mixture of the two. And then we'll squeeze by this quick because it's super loud, but it's just mayhem.
And what exactly would you get from that?
These are my favorite farm because these guys are jerks. Oh no, poor Dolphin. But they give you prismarine shards and prismarine crystals, which you make sea lanterns out of, and then all of these blocks right here. And that's just the color texture is probably one of my favorites in the game. And plus, this prismarine will change colors depending on your lighting. So it'll be like a bluish green to a dark blue.
Okay, that's dope.
But these are the shards that it produces.
That's a lot.
These are all the crystals. And then it goes on all the way down to here, and then you get into the fish. And then the very last one's more shards.
This is where it's at right there. The fish. You already know my house is the fish market.
Like I said, the projects that we have are just so big on some of them. They're just huge.
I think these are stuff like you should record, and like it might seem like long, but you can like edit them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure people would love to watch that, and like I don't know. I think stuff like that is really dope to do.
This is one of the last couple, as far as the ones that are completed. So this is
dope.
Yeah, this is the Mesa tunnel. She just did this today. Like this still needs to be finished. So this was her first big build that she came up with. This was all her. So I signed on one day and she was like, "Come get me." And I was like, "Where are you at?" She's like, giving me her coordinates. She's like, just come meet me here. I was like, okay. So she found this mesa, and then it just kind of progressed into this idea of what we want to do.
Wait, what is a mesa?
So this is a mesa here. It has red sand and terracotta. So she was like, we should build something here. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, what? And we started talking, and it just kind of turned into a Wild Wild West kind of theme.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. So it started out as like a couple buildings and then turned into this. So you have the town hall. And then you have your two guards. The town is corrupt. We put a bunch of lore behind this stuff. So basically you have like a cult following for like The Village, you know what I mean? Like the Village kind of movies. And then the feed store for the horses. And then you have the general store. And pretty much all the interior design she does. I'll throw stuff up and then she just pretty much goes through and does her thing. And then the bank. And this is the bottom of the saloon. Somebody that designed this so there's no pressure plate on the other side, so when you go in you can't get out.
Nice. It's actually a jail.
It's actually a jail. Yeah.
We have, if you want to go in, I'll let you out.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We did bunk beds, and then the toilet, and then the bench. And then the design for this is another big project because this one's based on levels. So on this level you have the Wild Wild West, and then
Does it say Smith?
Yeah, this is the blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
And then this has all the different armor types that are available basically according to Wild Wild West themes. And then with eventually there's going to be a switch. Right now it's just this. So if we drop down here, it is a underside of the same town, but with enchanted, like, magical stuff underneath of it.
What?
How is it pitch black?
So this is all black concrete. And then we did a sun on one side, and then a moon on the other.
This is our medieval.
Yeah, this is like a medieval level.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be multiple levels to it once we get them done, but they're all going to be traveled through the waterfalls once we get them done.
It's literally a surprise after a surprise. It's like, hey, look at this cool town I built. But wait, there's more.
But this is the mining tunnel, pretty much takes us to where we did our 3-week diamond extravaganza.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, this is where the insanity started. So this part is the end. This is where we go for all of our XP.
I really like this tunnel.
This is my favorite tunnel besides the Guardian,
Yeah.
for sure.
I
This was her
like this
design.
tunnel.
Anything that looks good is usually her. I'm like, ooh, I can build this. She's like, make it pretty. So go, guys. So this is the end, as far as the end fortress. So this one is super special because it is right underneath of the ocean. So there's no digging down to find the tunnel. This is literally in the ocean. You can go down 15 blocks from the top and be in this.
Jeez.
So this one was super special. Yeah. And then I had a couple zombie villagers, so we caught these guys and got super busted trades.
Yeah.
Emerald book or mending book for 1 emerald.
One?
Yeah.
Set your bed.
We'll just ignore I paid 18 for mine.
So this is the Enderman farm. So we put soul sand everywhere now because of the new update, because it's just super fast travel. Anywhere we go, soul sand. These are that are rockets. But this is an Enderman farm. So this is built out over the void 150 blocks. And then I'll do this. I'll show you the top. So there is an endermite on top, which Endermen hate. That attracts them. And they all spawn on this platform, and then they fall 43 blocks. And it's surrounded by water, so when they get hurt, they don't teleport out. And then they are forced into a killing chamber, and this is where we get our XP. And they're all one hit, so you can hit them. I can pretty much just go up to them and punch them with my fist.
Yeah, I see it 7.
Okay.
Alright.
This is one swipe.
And they spawn so fast too.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Are you still at the end, Bree? I went back through the tunnel. I'm heading to the mine.
I came out, broke my bed, and hopped right back in the.
Alright. I'll meet you at the mine. So this is the mine. So this one came about, my buddy Saucy and me were talking about getting diamonds, and like we had mined by the house, the first house you saw, and just obliterated the area, and we're running out of areas to mine for diamonds. So we were flying around and we saw all this natural generation of these, and we're like, we should do a mine here. So we added the waterfalls and stuff and kind of customized the terrain a little bit right here and added the water. But this cave naturally generated all the way down to Y level 5. And then we lined the inside of it with all the different ores that's in the game.
Yeah, I see that.
And then this is where the mine began.
What are all the things on the side?
The rows of one.
Oh, I know those. Like those, like
Oh, these guys here. Yeah, so so these are the 7 dwarfs. So you got Sleepy and Doc. And each one of them are here. So the terracotta that's above them is the one that they sell.
And how do they get it?
So they, when you do a stonemason and you max them out, they can give you terracotta for emeralds. And then every one of them sells quartz. So everyone will always have quartz as their master level. But as far as terracotta, it's kind of random on which one they give you. Yeah. So, and then this system is just basically, you know, if I want a better trade out of him, I drop him down, heal him again, and he's good. This little guy right here is the absolute rarest mob that we've found. So this is a baby zombie villager, and they have a less than a 1% chance to spawn. So we decked him out in netherite and an elytra.
How do you put this stuff on him?
So only certain mobs will pick stuff up, and we just got lucky that he picked up, originally he was just holding a block of dirt. But because he was holding a block of dirt, we knew that he would pick other stuff up, so we just threw all the netherite stuff in and gave it to him. And he just picked it up and put it on. Yeah, he's one of the... Yeah, like I said, he's less than a 1% chance, and that's less than a 1% chance to spawn for any mob. So it's just almost astronomically rare to find one of those guys. This is going to be the site for the museum, so eventually we're going to have all those portals connected from the different locations and transport all the monsters into here. And we're going to build holding cells for each one of them. But this is 250 blocks long, and eventually it's going to be 30 blocks tall.
Just like this is so much to me.
Yeah, this was a lot. That was one of the bigger cutouts.
And the fact that, like, the other thing that it constantly just keeps blowing my mind every time you show me something new is, like, anybody, like, could have just built this giant room. But, like, y'all built the giant room in style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wholeheartedly grant all of the builds, the pretty part, to her. Because I was like, all wood, all block. And she's like, these are ugly. So you need to add this to it. So just as far as like the little tweaks and designs, I kind of learned from her. And then the piece de resistance. Let's see if it's daytime. So I want to make sure it's daytime when we go out there. Oh, okay. Ha. Take that. So this was my single biggest build by myself that I did. And this is like right about this time is when I had to take a break. But it was a lot. This was a lot. So I told you about my mom and like all the stuff that happened with her. So one of her favorite things in the whole wide world was a hummingbird. And I was doing the dedication for the DIC stuff. So I took and did a 3D render and transferred it from a program into Minecraft.
I was proud of the big chicken Eddie built.
This is my ultimate. This is my big build of I did this. It took a long time because I had to get all the materials, I had to get all the stuff for it. It was a lot. It was a lot of work, and not without help for sure.
What is wool made out of?
Wool, everything. So the sheep farm that you saw at the house, where it had like all the rainbow colors, it's all from that.
Honestly.
But this is the spot I found that had probably the best view.
I've literally, like, I don't know. That's crazy. And there's shading on it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you build designs this big, the shadows will forecast over whatever you're building. And that's another thing that she taught me as far as shadow casting with what we're building.
I'm
And
gonna keep it a V-buck with you. You could have showed me that, and my brain would have been just as lost as from the first part of everything you showed me.
yeah, the
That
hummingbird
is
is my
great.
favorite for sure.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys don't start making like full YouTube videos out of this, I'm going to be upset. I'm not gonna be happy at all.
Yeah, man, that's the world as far as kind of in a nutshell.
Well, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I mean, well, I mean, how could you have you literally be saying that is irrelevant? You could bring anybody in here and they'd be like, "This is insane."
Yeah, it's big. That's for sure.
Like, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, it's not like just big. Like, it's like you guys made it. That's what's so crazy about it. Y'all made it big, and you also made it look really good. Like everywhere you went was like a different like color, a different like pattern, like interesting to look at. And this is why, like, y'all need to like get this like out there.